Welcome to Planet Microcap. I'm your host, Robert Kraft, and joining me right now is Bernard Tam. He's the CEO of RE Royalties. It's a publicly traded company. I got two symbols for you: RE on the TSX Venture and RROYF on the OTCQX. And RE Royalties will be presenting at our upcoming investor conference, Planet Microcap Showcase, in partnership with Microcap Club, taking place April 22 through 24, 2025 at the Paris Hotel and Casino in Las Vegas. For more information, to register to see Bernard present and meet one-on-one, you can register on our website at planetmicrocapshowcase.com. And with that, Bernard, thank you for joining me today. How you doing?
Great, Robert. Hope things are well. It's been a while, a couple months.
A few months, and
Yeah.
yeah, look, we're recording this on what's today's date? Thursday, March 6th, 2025. We're just gearing up, ready to go here. So, we had you on the show about 4 or 5 months ago.
Yeah.
So before we get into the update and everything like that, for those that don't know the RE Royalties story, can you give us that quick overview of the company?
Yeah, sure. And again, for those that have heard story, this is sort of a quick recap. As Robert indicated, we are a publicly traded company on the TSX Venture and OTCQX. We own a portfolio of income-producing assets in the renewable and sustainable energy sectors. These investments are diversified across solar, wind, hydro, energy storage, and renewable natural gas. Most of our assets are located in Canada, US, and Mexico. Across sort of our investment history since we became public, we've invested over $80 million across 26 transactions and 135 individual projects. Our portfolio has generated roughly 19%, 19 IRR to date. And we're also very proud to be able to reward our shareholders with 24 consecutive quarters of dividend payments. As a shareholder, the yield is currently yielding about 8.5% based on today's share price.
Very good. All right, so Bernard, like I said, last time we did an interview together, we put that out September 2024. So let's get that update. What would you say are some of the company's highlights last 5 months or so?
Yeah, no, definitely. We've been working hard, made a number of different investments. But, I would say that, why invest in RE Royalties? First and foremost, we are a pure play in the sustainability space. 100% of our income and cash flows comes from renewables and clean tech. S&P actually last year provided us with a rating. They call it sort of the different shades of green. And we got the darkest shade of green in sort of their sustainability assessment methodology. So we are a true pure play. The second thing I would say in terms of why sort of, we are sort of a good investment is that if you look at the sector itself in the clean tech, despite all the noise that you hear, whether you're pro or against clean tech, last year itself, there were $2 trillion, that's with a T, being invested into the sector globally. However, the universe of investable companies in the equity markets are very small. So many average investors are actually missing out on opportunities that are typically only reserved for very large funds. To give you some parameters, and this is all publicly available, if you look at the TSX exchange, the renewables and clean tech sector on its own comprise less than 1%. So that's less than 1% of the entire exchange. So buying into RE is really sort of providing investors with a very diversified pool of private and also public cash flowing opportunities that aren't really sort of available to the average investor. We are also one of the first to apply the royalty model to this sector. Some of your audience may already know how successful this model is in the resource mining sector, which is where I came from. And over the past few years, that created multi-billion-dollar giants like Wheaton Precious Metals and Franco-Nevada. In fact, since the update last year, we are the only publicly traded company in our sector using this model. And then also, the last thing I'd sort of like to touch on, if you look at our peer group in the renewable sector, not many companies can boast about a 63% compounded 5-year revenue growth rate. The Globe and Mail, which is sort of the equivalent, as one of sort of the top news publications here in Canada, named us as Canada's top growing company last year. And it's actually the second time out of 5 years that we've received this award. So having sort of been recognized 2 out of the last 5 years, and this was all against a backdrop of COVID, high interest rates, inflation, geopolitical uncertainty.
Very good. All right. Well, so this is one of our quick hitters. So I want to close. My next question will be to close this out here. So, Bernard, from what you can tell us, what would you then say are some of the company's value catalysts now for 2025?
Yeah. So oddly enough, the current sort of political environment around renewables is quite noisy. And it's actually creating a lot of opportunities that our teams are currently evaluating. Our investment methodology is somewhat contrarian. And if you look at, over the past few years, you can see that pattern. We typically like to invest when the so-called smart money leaves a sector. I personally come from the Warren Buffett School of Investing. And as many of your audience may know, one of his famous quotes is that investors should be fearful when others are greedy, and to be greedy when others are fearful. There's definitely a lot of fear in the sector right now, mainly caused by things like tariffs, regulatory changes, geopolitical uncertainty. One of the nice things that we currently have is that we currently have over $10 million in cash on hand, and we're evaluating about 40 million in near-term opportunities that we will able to provide a very good return and further drive our revenues and cash flows upward. That is a great position to be in for 2025.
Very good. All right. Well, so Bernard, with that, where can our audience go and find more information on RE Royalties?
Definitely go to our website. We have a lot of information there. It's as a publicly traded company, we disclose everything. Or if you're in Las Vegas for Planet Microcap, definitely drop by our booth. I would be happy to chat and share more of what we do as a company.
Very cool. And that's reroyalties.com. Bernard, thank you so much for joining me today. Really do appreciate it. Good luck, stay safe, and I'll see you in Vegas.
All right. Thanks, Robert. Looking forward to seeing you again.
Thank you.